Oh, we're live early. Look at that. Adam's here. Scott is here. Scott, do you want to tell? Why don't we kick things off with some good news? We'll do good news, bad news first. What's the good news? Should we tell people? Should we tell people what happened this afternoon?
We're soccer people now.
We are absolutely soccer people now. We are definitely soccer people. Let me. I will pull it up on.
Adam will hit me up every now and then when we get a boost and just go, "Hey, build something." I'm like, "All right, cool, I got you," and then I just built it, so it worked out.
I literally texted you this afternoon, and
all capital letters, build. I'm like, "All right,
build.
cool, I'm on
it." But this is what we build. So now everyone's like, "Oh my god, I can totally see all the things that you guys are doing." Yeah, well, you know what? That's what it is. Yeah, it was. Well, the sweats were the real important ones because we didn't think we had a sweat in the Inter.
Well, no, we had a sweat early on in Inter because there was a red card like 14 minutes into the game.
Yeah, but it wasn't a red card. But the thing is they were up and Inter is a defensive-minded team anyway, so it's not as they're a Serie A team. I'm
just saying it was an 11-on-9 because Monaco made all 5 subs and one of their guys got injured, so you can't replace anybody when you run out of subs. So they stretchered this guy off the field and they're playing down 2 guys. Shout out to Arnautovic who missed a wide open net for us to win, and then Stuttgart scored a meaningless goal down 4 to give us.
I know, which is great. That was the big one for us, and that kicked us over. And then we got the bad news, which was like 2 minutes later.
Bad news for you. It makes no difference to me.
It makes zero difference to you, but to me it does. My account on a certain book got limited. I'm actually not going to name that book because I'm trying to figure it out with them right now.
Okay.
I've been limited before. It happens. But it's also just like I'm not getting such an exorbitant amount of CLV that I should be getting limited because I lose. I actually am staying within the Goldilocks area. So I've escalated it to someone who I know over there, and we're going to see what happens. But that all being said, we got a live NBA game in 30 minutes. Let me see if the filter that we like may or may not lead to you getting limited, but it's not my problem. Let's see if it picks up anything for the 9 o'clock NBA game. Or for the 10 o'clock NBA game. So we got 30 minutes until this is right. We got a 9 o'clock NBA game. We got some potential filter plays on here. We call them filter plays because we are basically devigging against FanDuel. Let's see what we like here. Jaden McDaniels over 5.5 rebounds. Oh my god, I think we like this. Plus 105.
I mean, it's just random enough to work, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we div. So for those of you just joining, we devig against FanDuel because the logic is, well, you're fading late square action, public action, which also happens to be sharp action because it's such a market mover because it's just so big. So let's see Jaden McDaniels if this line is still good. Over 5.5 rebounds. Over. It's actually way higher than this, which gives me a little bit of pause. But we will see. Let's see. Let me refresh this and see if I can get something out of it. But because it's plus 114. Let's see. I mean, I don't hate that against it. We could look at it right here. I mean, he's gone over it. Might be buying high. He hasn't done it really well against Phoenix. Phoenix against power forwards. Oh, they're really good. Maybe we don't want this. Let's see. You want to fade? Devin Booker?
I don't know if I do or I don't.
Sizable edge. I mean, it's against Minnesota, who's such a weird team because they're not actually good.
No, they should be better than they are.
They should be way better than they are. He has nuclear games and a bunch of games where he hasn't really done this for the points and rebounds. I think I'm mildly into this.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll do that there. I'm looking at, and then then we'll look at other things. Yeah, he is averaging 9 boards over the past 4 games, but the problem is that he's going against a team that happens to be very, very good at rebounding.
Yeah, it's not the best matchup for that.
So it's so the thing is, it's really, do I think that Devin Booker scores 26 points, which I don't think he does. Let me see. what I like to do is I like to try to find stuff that's up here when I'm doing it. I'm gonna try to do. I'll try. Yeah, I mean, like I'll try to do. I think I'm gonna do the Jaden Daniels rebounds. He's like killing it right now, even though he hasn't done anything against this. Let's do that. Let's see. It is minus 113 on Caesars, so I'll do that there. And then the Jaden McDaniels one, bang! I'm hitting it right now. I just hit it. So there you go. Jaden McDaniels over 5.5 boards. I just hit it. And then we're going to hit what is this? Player combo. Devin Booker points and rebounds under. It's not even up. I mean, somebody got ruled out.
Yeah.
But it's not up. So Sixers taking the lead at halftime. By the way, Sabonis like on his way for a triple double. Also, shorthanded goal was just scored in the Devils Flyers game. Do you know who scored that goal?
I'm assuming it was the guy that I ended up. Was it Mercer?
Yeah, Mercer did.
Of course he was.
So
but
Mercer's.
No, it wasn't.
Mercer's,
what score?
4-0.
Oh, it's 4-0. Okay, because ESPN said 3-0. So,
yeah. No, it just happened.
I didn't realize. Okay.
So yeah, so we talked about it this morning, but Devin Mercer.
Dawson. I have no regrets about it. It's a shorthanded goal. What am I supposed to do about that?
I don't know. I'm just telling you.
It was 0-0 after a period too.
What's that?
It was 0-0 after a period too.
Well, I thought they were holding it together because Urson was in, and then they just fell apart. Let's see. Okay, so there's that. There's this. I'm gonna put the NBA thing on here. I'm just gonna check and do like one more pass, and then I'll wait for these 9:00 games. We already have that one. Yeah, for some reason, Devin Booker PR is not coming up on Caesars, and that's the one we want. I don't know, but yeah, we're soccer guys now. It's fine. I have Randall's over too. It doesn't matter, and the line moved with me, so I'm right. Taylor like coming in to try to be like he's playing small forward, like not power forward. Randall in. Yes, that's fine. Forwards are forwards. There's also fluid motion here. So okay, let's see. If I can get this in, I get it in. If I can't get it in, all right, well, whatever. They're not there. Okay. So what else do we got? All right. Do I want to we had a really good so we started putting in some. Well, first of all, was there stuff that you wanted to look at that was for tomorrow? Or do you want to just look at some NBA? Or do you want to talk about the Super Bowl? Do you think that people need a little bit of distraction from the Super Bowl or no?
That's up to you. I mean, whatever you want to talk about.
We could talk, I think we should. Okay, well, why don't you give some initial Super Bowl things that you're thinking of as I'm looking to try to add this Devin Booker play that won't go through.
Well, I know that we did like the under when we talked about it, and we thought about a sharper way to play it.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them? Tell the people.
We like the race props. You can go race to X amount of points. We're going to go with neither on a 30 and on 25.
It's and 30 is
that was like minus
money.
120. I think it was minus 125 for the 30.
Well, it's actually even better. I'm just giving you shit, Taylor. It's even money on MGM, which nudge wink wink is a problem. So but it's also but the line that we had went down and went in our direction. But the basic cap that we have on it, I really like this race to 30 neither because Chiefs have only scored 33 times. They scored one was last week and the other two were in overtime. They also, by the way, in last year's Super Bowl, they needed to go to overtime and they still didn't score 30 points against an arguably better offense. It depends on what you want to do, but like I would argue that the CMC Niners team was a prolific offense last year. They played like it pretty much all season. So anyway, there's that. And then this Eagles team, basically the only teams that they scored 30 points against or even more than 25 against were teams that we have declared not real. Basically everyone else who's in the NFC East. Huge gaps in those teams. So we like that as a creative way to play this. I am still desperately hoping that Caesars puts up this under. Here it is. It's up. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Did the line change on this? Devin Booker. There it is. And it's and I got it. Cool. Devin Booker under PR -113. Okay, cool. We have made magic happen. And let me just see that. Oh wow. All right, cool. So anyway, all right. Now what we can do is we can kind of look at some other stuff that we have for I know you're gonna have your NBA show tomorrow, so there's only one more.
I'm actually not on tomorrow, so I do not have an NBA show tomorrow.
Yeah, well then that's a lie. Like it's a so I mean, is there anything like you want to do anything about this Oklahoma Warriors game where they probably trash them?
They probably do. I mean, that's kind of the problem. Is like I think Golden State's terrible and they're on a back-to-back. So, do you want? I mean, Curry didn't play yesterday, so it's not a back-to-back.
He's probably playing today.
Yeah, but I feel like Golden State. We've talked about this team sucks.
This team is really bad. We also, and it's funny because we have this team like we have this team actually to be over their win total, but they stink.
Yeah, they're really bad.
This is a terrible team. So I don't know. Let me see. Do we want I'll look filter wise. I call it filter wise because it just fades public stuff, but we could let's take a look and see if there's anything else here that we like on the NBA for this late thing. Alexander Walker under after he's been under for all the games for the last one. Is someone out? Is Dort out? I guess this is Minnesota. Never mind. So it doesn't even matter. Let's see. Case and Wallace. We'll go to another thing. Case and Wallace, I can never get right.
Yeah. I mean, we tried him the other day and that didn't work out.
It didn't work out. You want to do there's a Schroeder over.
I know he had a good game yesterday, but the big reason for that was because Curry didn't play. So
right. What about Trace Jackson Davis boards? So low.
What do you think they do to actually do with Hartenstein? You think they give Looney more run, or do you think that's more of a Jackson?
I think they have to give Looney more run.
That's kind of where I'm at. So I don't know if I want anything on Jackson Davis.
Honestly, if I had liked anything, it would have been this, but I don't like that price. I like the Hartenstein assists, which has been a sneaky good one. Oh, Moses Moody. Everyone's probably going to be on that.
Probably.
I mean, these teams are terrible. I don't feel the need to.
The Thunder are really good. I mean, the thing is, should the Thunder blow
them out? The Thunder are good, but the Dubs are pretty bad.
The Thunder should blow them out. The question is, are the Warriors going to keep the game somewhat competitive, even though they're missing Kuminga and they have no Draymond and they're missing a bunch of guys?
They have nobody.
And they're on a back-to-back. Like, this team's really, really bad.
Buddy Hield threes. Man, Buddy Hield's fallen off the wagon.
I mean, that's the case no matter what. That's everywhere he goes, right? I mean, it's not like a Golden State exclusive problem.
Yeah.
He falls apart everywhere he goes at some point.
He's like, remember yesterday, like we had a lot of sharp people we knew were like taking his over on points, and
I mean the points line didn't move. It's just like I don't think he's consistent enough to rely upon.
This is honestly what I would do. I would sell high on Moses Moody.
Okay, that's fair.
I would like that. The Wiggins under. I mean, I think they get blown out. I think it's like guys like Santos like.
Does that mean you're like leaning into like Pajemski because he's probably going to play garbage time?
He's not even good though, unless anybody else is on the court. He just had a monster.
He was good. I'm just asking.
I don't want anybody in this. Do I want? I don't know. I kind of want to fade Wiggins.
Okay,
we'll see. I don't know. I don't really think I want anything in this. Wiggins hasn't done well against OKC either.
I feel like most people don't do well against OKC. I know OKC's really bad against small forwards, though.
Yeah, but again, to Taylor's point, they're kind of blending forwards in here. It's kind of either or. I would put this as like a medium between the 20, this really bad and that. It matters who's going to be on. So who will be on him? Kaysen?
Probably.
Guess. Kaysen, who we have faded his points all the time, and the one time that we do it and bet it, he has like 14 points because he's like the dude who has no shot suddenly has a shot.
Except Lonzo hates us. Nothing we can do about that.
Did Lonzo go over all that stuff?
He's still under right now, but we need less than 3 in the entire second half. But they're down 8. They're down 17 points. So the chance he just doesn't play the fourth quarter. So we'll see.
Okay.
But
so in terms, I'm looking at the stuff that we hear. I'll put it on the screen so people can see. I'm looking at the stuff that we're tracking. Scotty Barnes, RA. A battling Miami team. I love that people can see my tags that say syndicate.
Yep.
Say that stuff. Whatever. TJ McConnell, we need 3 things from. That Wofford under. We have a double loss on that Wofford. Whatever.
Wait, we have double loss on Wofford? I thought the under was trending.
Is the under? Let me see. Is the under trending?
I know it was a rock fight early.
Yeah, I don't know. The under is like 130 with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, that kind of caught up. Okay.
Yeah, that caught up. Wichita State though is taking the lead.
Okay.
I mean, Wofford might lose outright.
I mean, yeah, they were down double digit. They were down 16 at half.
Sam Bennett has 6 shots, by the way, so that is officially cashed.
Yeah, that's a solid.
That was our favorite play yesterday too.
So,
it was. So yeah, Taylor, like I'm not taking a Curry play in a game that I think that they get blown out and Curry kind of sits. Like I get it, that's great. Very different people on the team in 2020 and 21 than.
By the way, Curry's confirmed that he's going to play tonight.
Yeah, he's going to play, but the problem is that whenever they're down by 15 points, he ends up playing 27 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, that's not going to be a play for me. But, yeah, okay. So anyway, all right. Well, then I don't know. Like, let's kind of look and see if there's any NFL stuff for Super Bowl. We can kind of get ahead of things. Let's see. Oh, look what's up.
What?
Dallas Goedert rushing yard because he had 13 plus 190.
Oh, sweet.
That's fun. Good deal. Let's see. So I guess my question is for you. Here's my question that I have for you. Do you think Pacheco or do you think Hunt gets the usage in this?
I would probably. I mean, I'd go with Hunt because Pacheco hasn't done anything, right?
Right.
I mean,
his rushing attempts is now 5.5. Like he has fallen off.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna go with Hunt. At least I'm assuming they would, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong though? That feels like a pretty safe guess.
Yeah, it does, unless you think that they've been holding him and waiting.
I don't. Do you? I mean, I think that Hunt's looked arguably better.
Hunt's looked way better. Well, the prop that I'm looking for this game, I'm waiting for them to come out with I'm waiting to look it up, but total player rushes in the game over I think it's minus 150 for over 7.5 on DK, which I don't hate because I could give you 11 guys that I think are potentially getting a rush attempt.
Wait, depends. I mean, Piran's longest reception is higher than his actual receiving yards.
Yeah, that's when you know that math is just off.
Unless I think he's catching a pass for negative yards. So
that would be well. Why would you take any of that? Just parlay his to get a reception with something else.
You can. Shout out to Piran though. Went over the receiving yards on the final play of the game.
He did.
He's the one who caught that the clincher.
Oh,
he got the 17-yarder on that first down on the third down play.
Dude, these are the kind of running backs that kill the Eagles. Is the thing. Let's see. They can do that. I don't know. There's a bunch of guys in here. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty into the under on this game, so I'm just I'm not trying to take a ton of scoring shit. Sure. Still think Mahomes has a bunch of attempts because his team just plays so fast. The under longest rush isn't bad for him because I think he gets kind of contained within that sense. This is different than the Jaden Daniels prop that we took where it was right under the thing that we thought was going to happen in the game script where they were going to be winning. So they'd have a lot of open space, winning by a lot. Let's see what else we have here. I love Pacheco's longest reception. Pacheco's 2 different longest receptions. If you want to, if you care, I don't even think he gets that much usage.
I don't really think he does either. I know he ended up having a decent run at the end of the game last week, and then he ran out of bounds like an idiot. But he still had a solid gain there. But I think it's basically
Hurts has not had a pass longer than 31 since the Commanders game forever ago, and this line got bet up. Longest pass completion. What do you think?
I mean,
his air yards was great last game. It's basically, are you buying high on this version?
Well, you're assuming the Chiefs are going to try to clamp down on Saquon, which should open up some one-on-one shots downfield, right? I mean, I'd have to assume they're going to take a couple shots.
Yeah, but it feels like a 31 is kind of like
Yeah,
a
34 and a half
31
is pretty
yarder.
high.
34 is pretty high. And again, that's like a really good number. I kind of like that a lot.
I can get behind. I mean, you also have to wonder how many completions Hurts is even going to have.
Right. It's a good defense. So, I mean, and I just think that both these teams are going to kind of run it a bit more. Seeing if there's anything else in here that we really liked. I should go by last 5. Want to look at some? We could look. Oh, look at that, Jake Elliott right at the top for kicking.
Well, I want to ask you about the Eagles against tight ends because they've been good most of the season, but Ertz kind of killed them. Then again, it was a lot of garbage times.
They were shell for that. A lot of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. So you're not buying Kelsey because of what happened last week with Ertz.
I mean, the thing is that they have never really been good against tight ends. I like Kelsey. I'm not running to bet Kelsey yards is the thing. Like, I would bet his touchdown, if anything.
Okay.
I like his. Let me see what Kelsey's touchdown is.
I'm
7 receptions.
How many touchdowns Kelsey had in the postseason?
He has 1 so far. I would bet this plus 135. He needs 2 to break Jerry Rice's record.
Okay. I mean, that's asking a lot, but okay.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I like that. I mean, he gets the target. He had no red zone targets though last game.
I mean, that sounds about right because Mahomes had 2 rushing touchdowns. So
yeah, which was really weird. Yeah, I mean, look, he's got the most in terms of red zone target. He's got the most red zone targets on the team.
Yeah, sounds right. Do you want to go back to Worthy rushing yards?
Kind of. Yeah, I kind of love Worthy across the board.
We catched that early last game. That was
such a great. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's 6.5.
I know they bumped it. You can get 5.5 though. There was a 5.5 out there, but
I mean, I don't even think it matters at that point. There it is. There's the 5.5. I mean, it's such a great play.
I guess the question is though, do you?
I just think that the Eagles linebackers are really good.
You have to rely on 2 carries though. At 6.5, you probably do, right?
Yeah,
it's asking a lot for 2.
I almost would rather his yardage. I'd rather him have a big play. I'll come back to this. But what about Noah Gray?
For yards, touchdown, what are you looking at?
I don't know. Let's look. I mean,
he's done like nothing lately.
He's done nothing. He's been under. Under his receiving yards. He's been under his receiving yards forever.
Well, I think I'm assuming you'd rather take the under longest than under receiving yards, right? Because how the hell is he supposed to catch one over 11? Like, you're going to try to thread the needle at 11?
I would rather take
Reed can get weird with it. Maybe look like a red zone target or 2 on some.
Do you want to parlay it with Sinner to win the U.S. Open?
Parlay everything with the Sinner to win the U.S. Open. Except UConn is down at the half to the Paul, so that's not ideal.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're down like 8 at the half to the Paul. I mean, I think Noah Gray probably does nothing. If he catches a pass, he can catch a couple passes in theory for like 5 yards apiece. I mean, 10.5, that's pretty
10.5's that's a big play.
It's a big play. And if they're going to be using him mostly in play action stuff, he can just easily get one for like a first down on 3rd and short, and then they'll just take him out.
Yeah, I like that. So I like the Hurts under longest.
Okay.
And I like this Noah Gray. I mean, it's basically been the last 2 months. So Chargers are bad against tight ends, and he couldn't do it. Cleveland's bad against tight ends, and he couldn't do it. Houston. Sorry. So he went under this. Yeah, he did it against Cleveland. He did it again. He didn't do it against Pittsburgh. He didn't do it. Well, that was a fake game. He didn't do it again against Houston. He didn't do it against Buffalo. Did he have any targets? He had no targets last game.
That does not shock me.
He's kind of really fallen off. I think we want this. I think we want the under. I think we want his under longest reception. I think he's gonna be a popular darling play that everybody's gonna want because he's just like whatever. But the reality is that When push comes to
let me see
shove,
his targets. Like you said last week, he had 0, but what's his ceiling? Like 2?
5.
I mean, okay, but I'm saying in the last 5 games, he's had
1
more
1
than
1
one
1
target
2
once.
1 1 1 1 3 in a competitive game.
And those are
he
all
still didn't hit
completions,
it.
by the way. Like that's one target for a completion. That's all he's
Right.
got. He's gotten. So if they end up like missing
He
him,
had, yeah.
then he might not get a second target. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think we want. I think we want. I think we do.
And the
want
end of the
this.
regular season's honestly not fair because it felt like they were kind of conserving Kelsey a bit.
Yeah. Well, that's what it comes down to for me. Is this that
Kelsey
I'd rather
should
look at
get
this.
a lot of
This
run.
feels more accurate.
Yeah.
And also, you're getting it under a key number. You're getting it under a first down.
I think we should play that.
Yeah, I think we should play this. I like this. I think we should run and take this more so than we should run and take the Hurts longest under. I think this is if people are coming away with a play that we give out right now, I think it's this. Because also when push comes to shove and they're looking for guys to throw to and they need it in a moment, he's probably like 6th.
Probably.
Let me take a look at.
It does segue into a guy that we could potentially fade who's done nothing the entire playoffs. Do you think DeAndre Hopkins can even move?
I don't know, man. It's so funny because he's kind of built to do better against the Eagle, but like I think he stinks.
I think he's washed, but he can't move. He gets no separation at all at the line of scrimmage, and they don't even look his way out.
I'm looking something up. I'm on. I'm gonna share this tab. I'm on FTN's site, so I want to see something about how many first downs Noah Gray has gotten. Noah Gray's 3rd on the team in catching first downs. So
okay.
we'll give him a little bit, but let's see what it's been like since the last few weeks, because that's really how I want to know about him catching this one.
I mean, I'm assuming he's going to be towards the bottom because he doesn't really get targeted that much.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it proves my point. This is like what we did with Kyron.
Also an annoying layout. You have to drag it manually each time.
I'm just an advisor at that company. I don't have anything. I mean, I think it's a very annoying layout, but I think they have such incredible data that like.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying you have to drag
organized like an idiot. Noah Gray is So this is what is really key to notice is that since week 13, 14, Xavier Worthy has been the guy for first down. Like Samaje Perine has more first downs than Noah Gray. We want this play.
Okay.
Because a 10.5 is I need this guy to get a first, help us get a first down kind of thing. It's a yak play. Okay. So let's take that. And that'll be good. I'll take it right. See if I can log in to DraftKings and do it. This whole like conserving Kelsey thing, like whatever.
I was just asking because it feels like they were.
No. I just don't know. I just don't even know like what they're conserving him for. Like he just looks tired.
Yeah, because he's old.
Is he old?
I think he is.
He's like 33.
No, but I mean, like for an NFL player, he's had a decent amount of mileage on him.
All right, Noah Gray, under 10.5 longest reception. Let's see. Do we have any bonuses that I want to attach to this? Nope. Done. Super. Yep. Taylor, super old. All right, I just took it. So people can see kind of what's going on. We have we have a massive amount of projected profit tonight, by the way. Okay. And actually whatever, now that everybody's on, I'll kind of tell. Ertz was super old. Yeah, but he didn't eat. He ate while down in shell coverage schemes. He had like much. 2 big catches in the beginning. That wasn't like 80% of his stuff came second half. I mean, I think Ertz is fine and good. It's also just like everything was that they were just like, cool, we'll cede yards to Ertz because we'd rather that and keep the clock moving than anything else. I think a lot of it was pretty strategic. Okay. Anything else that we like immediately here? Noah Gray. Who else? Anybody else you got an eye on? An actual Barkley rushing number that doesn't look obscene. But just bet his MVP because if he gets over 120 yards, That's better. What do you think? Anything in here that you like?
Not
Kareem
really.
Hunt?
You? I mean, maybe Kareem Hunt touchdown, but like I'm not really interested in yards.
I'd rather a Kareem Hunt touchdown than that. And I don't want any touchdowns right now. I'd also rather do like Hunt first, Hurts second, or Hunt first, Barkley second type of thing.
I can get behind that.
Those are like kind of the ones that I want. Who kind of did like a lot this year? Well, let me look at do we want to look at his sack props? Or do we think sack props are kind of lame?
No, we can look at sack props.
Let's look at sacks first. Let's see. Jalen Carter under. I want this. I want Karlaftis.
I mean, I like Karlaftis.
I like Karlaftis a lot, and I think he gets one. I think everyone's going to run to bet the Chris Jones one, and I think that I think we want a Karlaftis sack.
That sounds right.
Yeah, because even if he gets a half of one, I think he's a monster.
I think he's a very, very solid like crunch time guy. Like he's
a solid crunch time guy.
Like through the course of the game, but he'll get you like that back-breaking sack on like the final drive.
Yeah. He just gets in there and gets one. Bolton's interesting too at 3-1, but I think that a lot of efforts are going to be put into blocking out.
By the way, unrelated, the Wofford game landed 141. We actually got that.
Did we? So wait, we got it.
We got it. It cashed by 2 points. So we got that one too.
So we got a split.
Yes.
So yeah, cool.
We need McConnell though to get 2 PA in the fourth quarter.
Let me just get this. I'm going to bet this. I'm betting it right now. I'm betting a Karlaftis. What's a quarter of a sack mean?
Because they give you half sacks. So if you get a half sack, then you still win.
Yeah. So this is good. So wait, do we want the half?
Some
sack?
books give you quarters. Some books give you like full sack, and then you have a shit show on your hands because if you get a half sack, you don't know how to grade it. So DraftKings, I know.
Do we want the half sack at plus 116?
You know, I've never actually experimented with the half sack because that implies you can push. You can push on that, which is disgusting.
But we're getting a better price to push.
Well, what'd you say? What was a quarter sack again?
Minus 103.
Yeah, at that point, you probably just take it.
I just feel like.
But what's the other alt lines after a half?
1.5.
I wasn't sure if they had like 0.75.
2 sacks basically is 573.
Okay. By the way, officially, we lost Alonzo. By the way.
That guy stinks. So yeah, I feel like this is the one. I think this is what we want. I think we want to do Karlaftis half a sack. Like, has he had like? He either has one or he has two. He's been great the last couple of weeks too.
Mm-hmm. I'm in for it. I mean, I'll ask you because Hurts looked pretty good last week, but I don't
even think it has anything to do with Hurts. I mean, even when he was good all season, like they give up a lot of sacks.
No, but it's about like some mobility stuff. If you think he can actually like get out of the
pocket. I think he will be. I think it'll happen, but it's more like somebody's going to get in there and do it, and I'd rather it be at plus money.
Makes sense.
And I think it's going to be Karlaftis.
Okay.
So I'm going to take him at plus 116.
Okay.
It's good prize picks.
It's a good price.
Play. What's that?
So that's a good price.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do plus 116. And there you go. Logging in, taking it, and done. All right. So next week we're gonna have a huge show. We'll get to do a bunch of stuff. I can look at some other things on the NBA thing, but next week we're gonna have like a pretty big show. I'm locking in this Karlaftis sack. Yeah, it's just him to get a sack, basically, is what it is. Which I think it's either him to get that, so versus it's not actually a half a sack. It's actually a full sack.
Mm.
So that's really what the question is. Do you think we should do
Well,
Plus
unless you
money
want
for
to
him.
take the FanDuel approach and you wanted to just go for like team to record 5 sacks at plus whatever.
No, I mean I think plus 160 for a dude to get a sack is.
He's been an absolute monster. I mean,
he's a monster. Yeah,
I'm in
that's
for it.
fine. I did it. Done.
Cool.
It happened. Karloffis to get a sack has been entered. Okay. So we have Karloffis to get a sack, and then we have what was the other one that we picked?
I have a fun joke, by the way. They took Alonso assist off the board. We're actually live at the moment.
Are we serious? Are we really?
They're down 24 with 4:40 to go in the third, though. So I don't know if he plays the fourth quarter or not. But we actually just got gifted back life. So I don't know.
I'm just giving people the 2 plays we just gave out that went out all over the place. All right. Let me just see if there's anything else we want to do. I'm gonna go to the EV filters and just see if we want. Fading Moses Moody is apparently it would be a very good idea.
Okay, let's do it.
If we want to do it.
The Pelicans are up 6.5. By the way.
Oh, good. We do care about that one. Moody. Do you want to? This will be one that I might need you to take from me. Under PR on MGM at minus 115.
That was for Moody.
Yeah, can you do that for me?
Yeah. You said it's 15.5.
Yeah. Excellent. For those of you that did not pick up the thing.
Oh, you said that was points and rebounds or points, rebounds, and assists?
Points and rebounds. That's
15.5.
13.5.
13.5. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a 15.
13.5. 13's coming. 13.5 is what comes up. Yeah. 13.5. So
Okay.
Moses Moody under 13.5 points and rebounds. Karloffis sack. Noah Gray under 10.5 longest reception. All right. Cool, guys. This was a fun hangout. You got to see we labbed a little bit. We did it. It's a Wednesday. Scott will be here with me next Wednesday. I'll have a bunch of people, and we're going to do a big spectacular headed into the Super Bowl weekend. We'll all have some fun plays, stuff like that. So follow Scott at Reichel Radio on SGPN. He's got all that stuff. You can follow me at Hey Rosenberg. It's been real. Good luck with your bets, guys. We will see you soon.